We're here to demonstrate headquarters position and a pass from somebody's real tricky butterfly hooks and a pressure pass onto taking side control. So I want to just talk about a few different things. So the first thing is, with a partner that's not really a person, it's tough to simulate butterfly hooks. And so for those of you who aren't super familiar, and just to kind of put us into the place we're going to be, a lot of times we're on the ground ready to fight somewhere here, we're being mobile, and then a lot of times, sometimes I'll be here and I'm switching my hips, and then eventually they come to engage. And sometimes if somebody happens to be, let's say, like on their knees, your butterfly hooks go in here to try to lift and elevate. And so I'm sitting here ready to engage an opponent, where them being at their knees is somewhere like this. So we're trying to lift right away. There's stuff you have available. If you're able to have kind of like the seatbelt grip but facing them as opposed to behind, the over under, the side that's the overhook traps what their post would be, and this is going to elevate. So you can kind of like scoot in, lift them up, and then get high on the side with the underhook, taking away their base, and you're ready to attack. But today we're talking about trying to pass the guard. We're here, right? We've done all kinds of stuff. We've played, and we end up here, right? And they sit, they're ready to attack. They're too ready. They're taking, you know, the De La Rivas. They're doing all kinds of stuff, and they want to keep us in front of them. When they're here, important to realize that they're in a bit of a wedge position. So as I move, I keep them in front of me, which is not what I want. So where I come from, the pressure pass is always going to be the thing we're going to want to kind of use in a situation like this, because people that tend to be real squirrely, maybe they're used to pressure, but they don't like it. Nobody does. So, especially if you're my size. So, we're in somebody's guard. We can't get through them, we can't get around them, but we are able to break here. They're going to sit up. They've taken this, or we've been fully disengaged and we want that toreando, we want the bullfighter, but they're just keeping in front of us. So one thing I like to do is, when I go to engage my opponent, I'm low, I'm not reaching, and then when I'm ready, when I can, both hands are going to go kind of right in front of their knees, and I'm going to sit and give them both butterflies. What I'm doing is I'm really sending my hips forward and heavy, and sometimes you can even grab both feet. A lot of times when someone's on their back, you know, sometimes you're attacking somebody and they're here, they're ready, they're keeping their feet in front of you, so I'll grab them by the heels and actually lift up, because if you've ever tried to touch your foot to your face, you usually can't. So I have their feet and they're not doing nothing, they're staying in front of me, they think they're clever, and then I'll tuck and sit heavy and try to take this jacket about as fast as I can. Don't just reach, because you're going to get yourself armbarred. But as you sit, we're tight, and the thing that I want is to take the jacket and keep this knee to the outside, and I'm heavy, right? Now the next place you want to be is, obviously, you want to grab the side of this knee, because it's the only leg we haven't kind of dealt with yet, because we can't really send them both. That's a lot of distance. And then this grip, we're pulling. It's tough because he's so small, but see how this pulls to the side? We're kind of killing their posture that they have. So they've got their hook, I've got this knee between my leg and my elbow, and then this is the grip that I want. So they're going to be playing with you, they're going to be grabbing things, they want to sit up. So just like sitting in someone's guard, I'm pressuring into them and I'm turning the wrists. So sometimes there's adjustment, but we're here. When we're ready to pass, the thing that you want to do is, we're going to be heavy. This grip here, when it's time, you're going to open up, punch it on through, bring the elbow and knee through, and immediately start baseball slide on in. With them, we're going to attack from side control. So again, we're in their guard, right? You got this going on, they're heavy here, you're trying to pass. Boom, we're out. We want that bullfighter, nothing's going to happen, we're going to sink. Keep that grip. Get your elbow here. If they're being tricky with the knees, you're going to have to go ahead and use your legs to shimmy them side to side. Trap that knee. They're active, so this is the thing that's tough with the dummy, is that he's not. And when we're ready, we're going to be tall posture. They're going to be looking for heels, so just be aware, but we're heavy on our base, really driving these legs in. And sometimes I like to maybe be here for a little bit of time, because when they're bent heavily and there's fatigue, their heart's going, you're going to kind of like kill their legs a little bit. And so eventually we're reaching, we're killing their posture. This between here, when it's go time, fast. If you could take the underhook, I like to be here. So then you can think to start to attack and move on your opponent. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. This is a pass from, I would say headquarters position, but it looks like Toreando. It starts from the guard, so however you want to see it, it's a pressure pass from the front of them facing their open guard. They acquire butterfly hooks, stuff them, jacket, knee. When you're ready, punch it on through and swim onto their side. Thanks for taking the time.